Hello, welcome back to the podcast. I am back. Kenny is back. So the Kenny fans waiting. I hope you're here. If not, we have everyone else here too.
Yes. Yes. We too are here.
Yes, indeed.
It's true. I'm here.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
All right, take care, guys. I'm about
Where
to
you
leave
go?
you guys. Have a good one.
Oh, where are you guys going?
I just came to do the intro. That was it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
You
Farewell,
guys
guys.
got your
Thank you.
30 seconds of Kenny. Be happy we gave it to
Yeah.
you.
Damn,
Indeed.
son.
Oh, how
That's
hard
it.
it was to find the Dragon Balls just to bring back Kenny.
Just to leave, though?
No.
For those who are not in the know, where you been? What you been up to?
I've been working, and then other than work, I had some family stuff to take care of. And I'll be working at Tesla relatively soon.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Yep.
part of that capitalist system where you're working them long hours, eh?
Indeed.
Damn. They took you, too.
I mean, I'll be used to it though, not no lie, but
Yeah. Well, you know what?
yeah,
At least the pay seems relatively good. You said it was like, what, 24 or something?
around there, yes.
Around that? Nice. Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
May not be too bad then.
And you said you'll be working like what, 4 days a week, right?
Yes, 4 days, 3 days, Wednesday to Saturday,
Mmm.
and
Sounds
then
good.
I'm gonna try to push for Monday to Friday after.
Wait, I thought you said you were planning to do like Monday to Thursday and you get Fridays off.
I mean, cause now that I realize it's like 4 days, Wednesday to Saturday, but if I try to do Monday to Friday, then it'll be basically 4 days, 5 days.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, try to get extra day.
Got you.
Yeah.
Alright. Not bad.
All right, and for today's podcast, guys, we're doing a not a Q&A, but
What?
play
What?
play and answer. So
What? Whoa, what?
yep.
Play an answer. Wait, I haven't heard nothing about this.
So our viewers, you gotta log on to Pokemon Showdown.
No,
shit.
what?
I'm
I have not heard. What the fuck? I've not heard a
I'm
thing
just
about
kidding.
this.
I'm kidding.
You
Okay,
get to
I'm
play
like,
with Kenny on Pokemon Showdown.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even play Pokemon.
If you beat me, you get a free sub to our channel.
Well, we don't have enough followers for that, but one day
One
you
day.
help us get enough followers to get subs, and then we'll give away subs.
I can't with this. There's so much happening.
Yep.
So much whiplash for me.
Yeah, as you can see, Paul's trying to keep up because he's a boomer.
I'm trying to keep up. It's a hot day today. My brain's on overload. Like, I can't.
Yeah,
This
my-
heat, I hate it. My fan's on. I'm just like, fuck. I want to take off my shirt so bad. It's so warm.
I'm getting
Yeah.
sleepy. That's why I'm like yawning and stuff because of the heat.
Ooh,
I feel
I
the same here.
I can't sleep at night for some reason just because it gets so warm.
Oh, I shower.
Like-
I do cold shower at night.
I do a cold shower, but only after I work out in the morning. So by that time, it's already too late. It's not gonna last that long. But yeah, my biggest problem is just like my feet just like heat up for some reason. Like I know that's the hottest portion of my body for some reason when I'm trying to sleep, and I just can't focus on anything. Like, why is my feet so hot? So I'm considering just like putting my socks in the freezer or something, just like making them wet, put them in the freezer, and then put them on while I go to sleep or something, just to have it be cold. Anything, because right now
That
my
sounds
feet
like a
feel
bad
fine.
idea.
I did it last year. Not
What
too
you
bad.
do is that you get a bucket, put it by your bed, fill it with water, and then dip your foot in it before you go to sleep, and then fall asleep that way.
I actually did that last year where I would get like a bucket or like a shoulder width container where I just like fill it up with like regular cold water, put it at my desk, and just like sit there with my feet in water while I'm playing games or watching
Yeah, let it
videos. So, like,
soak. That feels so nice.
it feels so nice. I have like a towel on the side, but the issue is like when I decide to go to sleep, because then by that point my feet are no longer in the water. Unless I decide to just like sleep with like half my body off the bed, and just like, all right, I'll just sleep with my feet in the water.
All right, how about this? We work out a deal. All right, you pay me
Deal.
every couple hours. I waterboard you, so you can feel refreshed and relaxed.
How does that keep my feet cool?
Uh, I mean,
Cool
it's
body, cool
yeah,
feet.
cool body, cool mind. You know,
That's
you'll be
Yeah.
a piece of sleep.
that's like waterboarding.
It'll be fun.
That's the portion of my body farthest away from my feet.
It'll be fun. Don't worry.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
fun for me at least.
No,
I,
I'm not.
come on, come on. You know, didn't you tell me you always want to be waterboarded?
Oh, what the fuck did I say that?
Oh, well, I mean,
It was something you
don't,
wanted to do.
don't knock it till you try it, okay?
I remember in the quote of Paul, "I'll try anything once" or something.
Isn't waterboarding illegal? Trump didn't bring that back, right?
Not if it's consensual.
Well, it's not consensual in this case.
Not yet.
What do you mean yet? What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, Jeddah says you should invest in those portable ACs. I think we had one in our house like years ago, but we just don't use it because of how I guess it consumes a lot of power. I guess that's why we don't use it. But they sound really nice right about now, especially when it's only going to get hotter.
The setup is
Yep.
somewhat annoying.
Yeah.
I believe this Friday is gonna be the hottest day of the week.
Oh boy,
Neato.
that's gonna be fun.
Yep. I believe it's not when. I think I was told it's gonna be like high 90s,
High 90s. All right.
borderline 100.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow, getting an
is
early
it-
start.
is it officially summer yet, or is it still like spring?
No,
I think
I
it's
think we're still in spring.
we're still in spring. Next month.
Summer
Should
2021.
be on the 21st. So next month, this upcoming Monday.
Yeah, June 21st. Yeah, first
Yeah.
day of summer.
I mean, that is the case across the country, I guess. But in California, we have different rules. You know, summer begins in like May or June, and then doesn't end until like January.
January.
Everything else is just fall or colder fall.
Yep.
And we have summer and then even hotter summer during the fall.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
rules of nature does not apply to our state. I don't know what it is. I know nothing about the biomes and all that shit, but this needs to be fixed, okay? Because I can't do this no more.
Just load up a new seed and you'll be fine. If you don't like the biomes.
But I mean, the weather is consistent. I guess that's the upside. But yeah, when it's hot, it's dry and it sucks. Whenever it's winter, it rains. I guess that's about the extent of our weather. Sometimes it hails, and that's like, what the fuck. And that's pretty exciting.
Don't we barely get any rain even during like the spring this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barely any rain, so we're just like super dry.
yeah.
I think I was talking to. I think I asked Paul this the other day
Yeah.
about if we get more summer fires than rain.
Well,
Was that you?
I don't know if you asked me that question, but I was talking about like how California is like going to be a lot drier this year than it was last year, so
Mhm.
even higher chance for more fires, statewide fires, and probably going to bleed over into other states as well.
I think it's also the case where like I think it's like if it doesn't rain for a while and then it rains, it makes it more likely for there to be fire after the rain or something. I forget why that is, but
I would think that would be the opposite. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. I think I heard that's the case because I guess once after it rains it gets dry again and that the water kind of has an effect on the land, I guess, or something, and makes it easier to catch on fire.
I mean, I don't know how true that is. My natural instinct to say like that doesn't make any sense, but I guess that like if you, I mean, water has like, I mean, it's H2O, so it's like partially oxygen, and you need oxygen to make a fire. I guess that's the only. If I'm like reaching for a reason, but I don't know. I mean, if it that's how it works, I guess. But I reckon like even drier, no water, then
Okay,
still
so
just likely.
from what I'm seeing here, it says that that rain can make fires more likely if the soil is dry and it cannot absorb enough of the rain.
Wait,
So the
and
rain, there's too
wait.
much rain, and then it leads to drainage or something. Hold on.
I
But you
thought
said
more
like,
rain would be better.
but you said too much rain. I thought it was like just a little bit of rain or something.
I mean, it depends on the climate. A little bit of rain can still be too much.
Hmm. So too much rain could still lead to fires.
I guess so. How's
That's
that possible? What? I
that's.
thought
So
I
okay, so it
thought
says that the water can send down massive debris flows and it causes like a landslide, and
Mm-hmm.
then that
All right.
landslide uh can make the fires worse because the amount of rain is coming down more than the soil can absorb, and then on the surface of the mountain uh through the area it can be more like a flash flood in the desert, and then yeah, I guess this happens usually more higher up in dense forests that are high up in the mountains or something. It's
Mm.
not, I'm trying to like shorten a small part a part to a
Summarize
long
a lot of
particle.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it'll happen in our area. Maybe like Northern California, where there's a lot of
This is Oregon.
trees. Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean, Northern California and Oregon are more or less the same, kind of. I remember when my family and I went to go visit Oregon and then Washington State a couple years ago on a road trip, and I remember this was like during the summer, and we went to Northern California. It felt like I was in like Fallout or something, or like any post-apocalyptic scene where you just see like a lot of dead trees and forest and all that. It's just like it was all brown. So I'm like, wow, it's all messed up here. And I think it was mostly in Northern California where we saw it at the time, but it was like a lot of dead trees everywhere, a lot of burnt down. It was just like black ground soil everywhere. So, I mean, I reckon, well, whatever the science may be for how water relates to causing more fires, I'll just continue sticking with like the age old like, yo, if it's dry, it's more likely to catch on fire. So, and I'm pretty sure California and many other surrounding states are going to be a lot more dry this year, especially since we don't have a whole lot of water at the moment or a whole lot of rain. So I'm thinking, I've been saying this for I think last week and even like to some of you guys, and that I think we're probably going to get worse fires than we did last year when the entire state was on fire, literally, and parts of Oregon had like that red sky, that red like doom sky, you know.
hmm
Yeah. So that's what that's what I'm looking forward to, and by that I mean not looking forward to, but that's what I'm looking forward to. So you know, yay, more apocalypse, global warming.
Yeah. And then I think this state is doomed. I think we just pack up, move to the underground city in the East Coast, and we watch West Coast burn from there.
Oof.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like if there's even if there's not like big fires all the time, like it just happens enough to the point where it just sucks to live here. Where like you literally have to wear gas masks or the N95 mask keep yourself from breathing in the air just from going outside. Because I remember going to work and we would have to patrol outside, and they would tell us to patrol, and and then outside it's like no matter what, it's just pure smoke. You can't do anything but breathe it in. So, I would get in trouble for not patrolling when it was just nothing but smoke. And yeah, it just sucks to do anything outside. All you can do is just stay inside and
I mean, can you just use your like regular COVID gas mask your regular COVID medical mask or something?
specifically the N95 is the best one you can get.
Mm-hmm.
But the normal mask that most people use, whether it's like the cloth ones or like the blue ones that people know of, those aren't effective against smoke at all. It's effective against COVID, but against smoke, it doesn't like do anything.
Speaking of COVID, California lifted their mask and social distancing mandates yesterday on the 15th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't been outside in the last 2 days, so I have no idea what it's like out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine that it's just it's half people being cautious, like they still haven't gone out yet because they're half cautious, or but it's also half people just can't wait go back to regular life, so they're just out there doing their thing.
I mean, when I searched up like how it's going to work or what's effective and what's affected and what's not, is that if you've been fully vaccinated, you wait your 2 weeks after your second shot, if it's like Pfizer or Moderna, or 2 weeks after J&J, is that you don't have to wear a mask, or I think you don't have to social distance anymore at any like public establishment like restaurants and all that. But you do have to wear a mask at medical facilities, public transportation, and I think elementary schools, because I don't think a lot of kids have gotten vaccinated yet. But I think the numbers roughly about 70% of the state has been fully vaccinated by now.
Mm.
But you still have to wear a mask if you have not been fully vaccinated yet. Obviously, that includes kids who haven't had the chance to be vaccinated. And establishments or like stores, if they still have a sign up and they ask you to wear a mask, then just comply and put a mask on, even if you're fully vaccinated.
Basically, keep one on. Keep a mask on you at all times. Basically,
except for like if you're fully vaccinated.
I mean, like on you, as in like ready to use.
Yeah, ready to use indeed. But you don't have to wear it outside, because I think we've all learned that COVID is very hard to spread outdoors. But again, most of the state is fully vaccinated at this point.
Yeah.
So you're good to go. And I think stores can also ask, because soon the CDC is doing like, hey, let's go do the honor system and ask if we'll trust you to make sure you're fully vaccinated and whether or not you wear a mask, because that's a smart idea. But I think establishments can also ask if you were fully vaccinated. It can also ask for proof if you've been fully vaccinated or not. And if you say no to any of these, then obviously put a mask on. But we've all seen the videos that people were like, I refuse. It goes against my American civil liberties and it goes against my First Amendment rights or something. Those videos.
Yeah, now they're like, huh, look at these sheep not wearing their masks anymore. Everyone knows that if you want to rebel, you wear masks to show everyone that you ain't listening to nobody.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I haven't been outside since the mask mandate and social distancing mandates have been lifted in the state, except for when I went to go out for a morning run yesterday. But other than that, I just went back home. So I haven't been to like any restaurants or Targets or like any just store and just like see if like, can I just walk inside without a mask now because I'm fully vaccinated, or what's up? Or would it just be more or less the same how it was been like, this past like 12 months?
But I mean, it looks like we are I mean, at least for California, we're at or at least close to the end of the tunnel now. So I guess
Indeed.
we're kind of. I guess this is one of the last times we'll be talking about, waiting to go back to normal because it's going to be normal now. I guess from now on,
Relatively
since
normal.
I mean,
Unless like
as close as we can be.
yeah. Unless there's like some variant or something that pops up and like negates our vaccine, so we're like, well, all right, time to get a new one. But
Yeah.
apparently, the vaccines we got are also relatively effective against like the new variant that's popping up in the United States as well. So I guess we should still be fine if that happens.
Yeah. So this is something I learned recently. I think you as well. Is that
Mm-hmm.
as long as you keep everyone vaccinated, it's harder for new variants to pop up because
Yeah.
if you're killing the virus before if it affects people and affects you and spreads to other people, then it's harder for it to mutate. But then if the more people that are unvaccinated, the more likely it is for the virus to mutate, which has been a couple times. I think I've heard two or three different variants of COVID-19 by now,
Mm-hmm.
and the more it mutates, the less likely the vaccine is going to help against all the different variants that there are right now, or that
Mm-hmm.
there are going to be. So no, it doesn't mean that just because 70% of people are vaccinated in California or whatever it is the percentage in the country or even the world, it doesn't matter how many of them are vaccinated. As it could still mutate anytime and get to a point where the current vaccine won't help against that new version of COVID-19.
Yeah.
And the sooner everyone around the world is vaccinated, the better our chances of fighting it in the future as we move past this current COVID era. Because the last thing we want is for a new variant to spread, and then it can spread, and our current vaccine won't do anything against it
Mm-hmm.
because we'll just enter another COVID era, and no one wants that, right? So yeah.
Partially, the part of me hopes it doesn't happen is I just don't want the freaking Trumpers to be like, say, the vaccine don't work. Say they're just trying to stick stuff in you to make you magnetic and to spy on your families and all that, and the crazy talk and like, see, they're making you wear a mask to shut you down and make you slaves to the system and all that, and I just hope it just doesn't happen. Partially for that, and also because like I do legit want to go back to normal. I want to eat at restaurants again. I want to just do like normal things. Like I had to like lecture my parents quite often, more specifically my mom, but to wear a mask whenever they go outside or go to like a public place. And I did it, and I hated it. I hate wearing a mask. It gets uncomfortable. Well, I didn't hate it, but I was like annoyed by it. I was like, I'd rather not. But I'm trying to be responsible. So partially, it's make sure the Trumpers aren't just make them continue to look dumb as shit. Sorry for any Trump people who are listening to this if they exist, but yeah.
He's not sorry. He's not sorry.
Look, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't let them know.
I mean, if they've been listening to all our episodes, they probably would have dipped out by the debates we've had.
Oh, that's the socialism talk.
Or the debates we have with Joram and stuff too. And I'm pretty sure they would have dipped out like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking nuts. These guys are fucking commies, which we are not. But you know,
Maybe one day I might become a commie, but not yet.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna take too long to get there.
Well, we'll probably be dead by the time it happens, like long dead.
If it happens.
If it happens, like I wouldn't be against it, but I don't see it happening yet. Anyways, we're off topic. So now that everything's like relatively normal again, more or less, in the state, do you guys have like any plans moving forward now? Like anything you guys want to do now that we're able to just like things are opening up again, places you want to go.
In terms of like long term things, not really. Like I mean, my plan is still to try to get to grad school and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But in short term, instead of like just doing stuff that I want to do for fun, then
just like recreational stuff that you.
Eating out at restaurants is great. just going out in general and just seeing people around without worrying about a deadly virus that can kill,
Yeah.
anybody if you fall under certain conditions or wherever else.
Mm-hmm.
That part I
Indeed.
miss. Like I'm out of school now since I graduated, but being at school did have certain parts I liked, even though going to school kind of sucked sometimes. But yeah, stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing. Hopefully, I can get back into it one day.
How about you guys, Dean and Kenny?
Honestly, like I've been treating everything the same. To be quite honest,
By the same, you mean like
like
pre-COVID or during COVID?
pre-COVID, I've been doing everything
Pre-COVID,
the same.
doing
Yeah.
everything the same. It's like what, going to like stores
So,
without a mask, or
or
just like
I still wear the mask, but I still treat everything the same. It's like
mm,
whenever I was out with like family, also it's like I'm like it's family. I don't need a mask. I take it off. Or
mm,
whenever we hang out at Dean's, it's like, oh, we don't need a mask. We know where each other goes, whatnot. And then like
gotcha.
when I'm out walking, like I have my mask off, and then like someone I see somebody walking also, and they're just staring at me, and I'm like, okay, I'll put on my mask. And after I walk past them, I put it back on.
Gotcha. How about you, Dean?
I got nothing.
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 So even when you guys heard like, oh yeah, California's opening again on the 15th, more or less, you're like, yeah, whatever,
Yeah. Meh.
meh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think probably for me, this probably affects me the most, just because I was like the most lockdown person out of the entire group, and that I refused to do anything public or even like hanging out with friends this entire year. So now I'm just like, oh shit, I could walk around stores or indoor places in public without a mask potentially if there's no signs that ask me to. Or just hanging out with you guys like when we did like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh, this feels nice. I haven't done that in like practically a year. But right now it's just making me think like, oh fuck, there's like so many places like food and restaurants that I haven't gone to in like forever. Like example, like ramen. Even though Kenny, Jeff, and I want to go get this like
Mazemen ramen.
Natsumen ramen. It's like kind of
Mazemen.
ramen, but kind of not. It's just like ramen without the soup. It was kind of like that. We ate outdoors, but I was like, you know what? I got to eat at the establishment and instead of just like bring it home instead,
Yeah.
which I've been doing with like sushi or like other like takeout food. I just like would just bring it home instead of eat there. So I kind of miss just like eating at an actual restaurant. And then I think I could probably count on the amount of hands I've actually eaten at an establishment this past year on just like one hand how many times I've done that.
Yeah. Most of the
And it's usually
time.
like outdoors.
Most of the time, we took it to go.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Man, I'm just like really craving like well, I guess like my ramen craving is like kind of like gone-ish. Not really. I still want the soup. It wasn't this. It was the ramen we had, Kenny. It was good, but there's no soup. I want the soup.
Yeah.
It's just that's half the meal right there. But right now I'm just currently in like a sushi craving right now. I'm just like,
Let's
oh,
go.
I want to get some sushi. It's been
Right after this podcast, we're gonna go get some sushi, right, Paul? I'm just kidding.
oh shit, are we?
Bro, I
I'm
I
just,
just,
down.
I just ate.
I just ate.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe not today because I also kind of just ate about like an hour ago, and I'm still trying to count my calories. Still trying to lose weight. I actually hit like the 140s today. I'm in like 149. I'm like hell yeah. Potentially 10 to 15 more pounds to go. Then maybe I'll probably stop. I know I said this multiple times. But like when I hit like 150 or 140, I'll stop. But we'll see. I still got like a little bit of belly, surprisingly. So I might cut that down a little bit. But I think sushi is about 600 to 800 calories per roll. So probably not today. As much as I would love to go get sushi with you, Kenny.
We could go tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow
another
for
day.
lunch.
It's
Yeah, do
lunch.
something.
Ooh. I would not be against that.
Ooh.
That
But
are you still on your no sushi until back in Japan?
No, no, no.
Hill? No.
We're gonna go to the storage that we're putting stuff inside the storage again.
Oh yeah,
So
moving. You guys are moving in like
yeah.
what, a couple days?
No, no, no. We
Mm.
don't know that yet. It's like we still have like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay,
mm,
you guys said you were like moving at the end of June, early July, something like that.
Yeah, the escrow is at the end of June, so probably like early July is what we're looking at.
Mm.
Yeah, it sounds like a bitch. Remember you told me like when you were looking for houses that the latest you get a house is like February of this year. That's been
Yeah,
quite a few months since then.
yeah. It's been COVID has delayed most of that. I think it would have been
Mm-hmm.
done if it weren't for COVID. Early this year, but
Mm.
Yeah.
it's just a waiting game.
Indeed. So are you saying like it probably would have been faster had COVID not been a thing?
Yes,
Like you guys would probably have moved by now or something, or
yeah, I think so.
wow. Okay.
Cause they
Yeah.
started building last year,
Mm.
and what they said was like if COVID didn't happen, they would have been done like around December for the house,
Mm-hmm.
and then move around January is what they said. But due to COVID, you can't really. They had to like they had less people working. Shipments were delayed. So yeah.
Got you. Yeah, for some reason I'm like looking forward to you guys moving. Even though that sounds like kind of fucked up if you like think about it like in a certain way. But I'm like kind of excited like at the thought of you guys moving and the fact that I'm so down to help you guys move and just like pack up your things and all that and just bring it over. Because one, I want to see your guys' new place, and two, it's something to do. Because
mhm.
again, I've been on lockdown this entire year, so like not a whole lot going on besides me studying and working out and playing games on the side. So it's just like something to do, something new. And
Apparently, that area is a lot cooler than where we're at right now.
what cooler? What like
The temperature
five
wise.
5 degrees cooler?
Let me check right now. Right now it's about the same because it's summertime.
That's
It's
the
almost
same.
summertime. Yeah.
Damn, it doesn't change. We're all fucked. We're all gonna burn. Hopefully, there's like not too many trees near your area
No.
where they could like catch on fire.
No. I
I
think.
think part of the reason why our area kind of got away scot free is because there's not too many trees. There's a lot of houses, but not a whole lot of trees and forestation. So
Uh,
it's probably like a little bit harder.
I think we're next to like farms.
Farms.
Yeah, farm areas.
Mm.
Like where they just grow like cabbages and stuff.
Mm.
Those types.
Yeah.
Like cherries.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Farmers market maybe.
Maybe. We're like in a big plot of land. Like, some of them are still empty.
Got you. Is there like do you know if there's like any like interesting places nearby at your guys' new place or no? Is it just like, suburban? I'm trying to bring up like Jim's little hill.
Nothing so far.
Mm.
Nothing so far that we've found over there.
Got you.
Um, they sell. This is good for me. They have like a motorcycle shop
Ooh.
or dealership.
Ooh. Have you guys wait, did you guys get your license for motorcycles yet or no?
Yes, I am now a class. Where's my fucking class C and
Class C?
M1 driver?
Ooh. And you guys like took like 2 classes to get that license from what I remember?
Yeah,
I
Or
think it
like
was two, yeah.
yeah.
2 classes?
No, that was more like
Three.
separate because I think the first one was like
Yeah.
it was like you just show up and then they go over like the basic stuff in the course. The second day you spend actually learning how to ride a motorcycle, and the third day is when you they teach you like all the rest of what you really need to know. And I didn't go to the third one for obvious reasons, but the
Gotcha.
third one I think it was just like, oh, okay, this is the rest of the stuff, and then that you do your writing exam or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the sound of it, doesn't sound like a whole lot to get like your motorcycle license.
And then I think after that you go to the DMV and did it do the written there, if I recall correctly.
But even then, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of hours required to get a motorcycle license. From what it
No, not
sounds
really.
like,
Just need to pass that. All the stuff in the class. Like you need to pass
especially compared to getting like a regular driver's license for a car. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot less requirements or less hours involved.
Yeah, definitely less hours.
That's kind of wild. Do you think? I don't know. I still have a little bit of bias that like motorcycles are inherently more dangerous for the driver because you don't have this giant armored box.
That's true though. Like
Yeah, it's very.
they told us on their literal first day, like, yeah, this is many times more dangerous than driving a car because not only are you less protected by the vehicle you're on, but also other drivers in the area are less likely to see you. So when you're riding, whatever time of the day, it's easier for them to hit you because it's harder for them to see you. So
Yep.
it's a lot more dangerous to be on one. And it's something that he made very clear to make sure we were ready to move on with the course before we change our minds.
Did you guys' instructor do that thing where he shows you like clips and videos of newsreels of like motorcycle accidents, like this can happen to you, just to like freak some people out?
He just told us the statistics, like, hey, this is the likelihood of you dying from riding
I don't
or
think
getting
they
hit.
got a picture at all.
Yeah.
Besides the gear, like the.
Got you. Cause I could have sworn like some instructors or some motorcycle classes do that, just like to dissuade people from like going through with the class or something, or getting a motorcycle or something. Or maybe
it's more about making an informed decision. It really is like, hey, we're gonna tell you all the info, and then if you decide the risk is worth it, then do what you will because it's fun. Just that be aware that this stuff can happen to you.
Do it safely. Don't be an idiot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and for those of you who hasn't figured out by now, I took the same motorcycle classes as Dean whenever we were, when we decided to get our licenses. But for me, I think after the second day, they told me to come back another time because I fucked up and I failed the lessons and shit. So they told me to come again and then redo it basically. But after that, I was like, nah, this ain't in for me. So I decided against investing more time in it. And then Dean and Dean's older brother stayed and they kept going.
Gotcha.
But yeah, after all, motorcycles are fun. It was fun like being on one because it's like being on a bike, except takes like no effort out of you. So it's. I mean, you've been on a motorcycle before, so you can relate. But it's
well,
it is fun. It is fun.
It's fun. Yes.
I just didn't get it fast enough. So and then on top of that, I was like, this is a little dangerous because I'm not even that comfortable like driving because with driving there's a lot of errors you can make as well that can lead to fuck ups. But at least with a car, you fuck up, like you have a much better chance of surviving because there's airbags. The structure of the car, if you hit something, it bends so that it will protect you like as like a cage or whatever. But with a motorcycle, if you wipe out, like even if you survive, like you're breaking your bones or whatever the fuck,
I think even if like a motorcycle falls on you stationary, it hurts like a bitch.
Yeah. Even like I think my first day at work, in the morning, this one other guard, this is at our security guard job at at that one spot, and the first day after I was heading out the building, like a coworker who was gonna come for the morning shift, he wiped out his motorcycle, and the motorcycle was only going like 8 miles per hour, and he wiped out, and then you know he didn't get fucked up because he wasn't going that fast, but he still got fucked up a little bit. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll still decide to get a motorcycle or not. I think I was just busy. That's why I didn't go to that motorcycle lesson with you guys or class or whatever have you. Like I thought about it. I don't know if I will in the future. I might. But right now, it's just like I think I just need a car to like transport myself places in the future when I go places. It's like it's not a motorcycle is not a necessity. It just seems more like a luxury right now to me.
It's for me it was I thought of it. The reason why I joined because I was like, okay, maybe if I can't afford a car, maybe I can just get this and I use this as my means of transportation. But then, yeah, I don't know. I guess the safety stuff was what came up, like made me change my mind later on, and yeah, like if you look at transportation, it doesn't even do a good job at that unless you just want to get from a point A to point B really fast and for not too much. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, a car is generally more reliable anyway. So.
Yeah. So yeah, that I had the same thinking. So I don't know. Maybe one day if I decide to, but I reckon my laziness will probably like win out in the end. So probably not.
Yeah, I'll just settle for if we're ever in this place where it's like, hey, just ride around in circles at whatever speed you want. Here you go. But if I'm gonna be on the fucking freeway with other cars going 75 miles per hour, I'll be nervous out of my mind. Like I have an electric scooter, and so I use it to go to Dean's house sometimes. And even then, I'm a little fucking scared because I'm in a bike lane, but seeing all these cars going by me really fast, and I'm like, damn, one of these guys could fuck up and kill me like right now. Having that in the back of my mind when I'm more safe on that than I am on a motorcycle is just like, yeah.
I mean,
It's not fun.
it's not irrational. I mean, and I kind of had this weird irrational thought, almost psychopathic thought. I don't know if any of you guys have this or just me. Just like sometimes when I'm driving and I see someone walk on the side of the road, or I see like another car that's like heading in my direction, but obviously on the other side, and there's like no divider in between. I always think to myself like, I could kill us both right now if I wanted to. I could just speed up, just turn, do like 2 actions, and someone's gonna die. I have this power, and it freaks me out a little bit. But at the same time, like, I can't. Am I the only one who thinks this, or do other people get this thought too? Like, I could murder someone right now with this thing.
I think it's just you, friend.
No, intrusive thoughts are normal.
Okay.
Intrusive thoughts are normal. Sometimes, sometimes it happens. Like you don't mean it. It's just like your brain just. What your brain does is that it just thinks of the most fucked up shit ever, and then just throws it at you. Like, hey, what if you did this, or what if this happened? And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, it's like how you have nightmares. Like, why would your brain do that to yourself? You know, you're just there dreaming, and all of a sudden your brain's like, what if I scared the shit out of this guy by showing him the things he just never wants to see? It just does that because your brain's a dick. You know,
well, probably because every time, like not every time. I think on a rare occasion, sometimes when I'm holding a knife or like just like go eat, I'm just like I could stab someone with this right now.
Yep.
I could be a psycho and just like murder people right now. Probably won't kill them because like it's a pretty shitty small knife, but I could stab people and they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, sometimes like because my iPhone 6 broke, as you guys may or may not know, broke a few months ago, and so I got a new phone, and it's the iPhone 12 Max or some shit, and it's a pretty expensive phone. It pretty much took a lot of my stimulus check.
Yeah.
Because I need a new phone, and I didn't want to get an old phone because whenever you get an old phone, the software is all fucked up. So I was like, fuck, I need to fucking shell out money for this shit. And so when I got my new phone, it's a pretty big phone, and I downloaded all my stuff. I'm like, my brain was just like, what if I just smash this right now? I just got it, but I can smash this phone right now and just fuck it up. And then I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? Why? Why would I do that? That's stupid. I just got this.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I literally spent a big chunk of my fucking bank account on this. Well, why would you do this to me? Why would you do that? And then, but it happens, and, I never act out on it because I'm not a sociopath or psychopath, so. Um,
Is there like a psychological reasoning that why this pops up?
yeah, because
Jim?
your brain's a dick. Literally, it just thinks of like it thinks all the time, or it just comes up with this stuff all the time. It just throws it at you, even if it horrifies you. And sometimes, a lot of the times, it's good stuff. Like maybe like you're thinking about something funny that happened a while ago. That's just your brain throwing stuff out at you. But
Mm.
sometimes you notice the ones that are more morbid, like the ones that are like, what if you just slaughtered this entire classroom of kids with your car by driving through the classroom? Like
Or a
sometimes it does
lightsaber.
that to you.
Lightsaber.
Yeah. And
Master Skywalker. What are we gonna do? There's too many of them.
But yeah, your brain's fucked up, man. Like sometimes you want a nice dream of like maybe like me walking down the beach with my crush or some shit, and then your brain's like, haha, plot twist. Turns out your crush isn't your crush. Is actually a demon with a knife trying to kill you, and then it just ends up that way because your brain's just a dick. That's it.
Yeah, the brain is such a weird thing. It's like I don't know. Part of it's also like like how and just like the everyday thing is like different people just like think of like very different things or have very different opinions about stuff, or even people you're close to and like generally agree with like 99% of the time, but then that 1% there's probably wildly different interpretations or opinions. But then there's also just like in how people function if they have some ailments in that. And let's say for example they're more prone to get like sleep paralysis, and then they see some weird fucked up stuff during that phase, or when they're dreaming, or just like random thoughts that pop up, or just like other elements that make them harder to function in society and all that. It's just the human brain is like such a weird thing, and just the human body in general, such a wildly crazy item, or what have you. You
Yeah,
know?
the thing about the brain is that like so there's two levels or more like three levels of conscious thought for you. There's the conscious, which is what you're actively thinking of right now as you think and
Mm-hmm.
talk and all that. There's the subconscious where it's stuff you have to dig a little deeper to get to. Like this is what it's just stuff that you want, you don't really realize it. And there's the third, which is the unconscious, where this one's more speculative because this is kind of Freud's theory, and Freud is one of the most controversial figures in psychology that there is, because he has said stuff like, you know the reason why girls are the way they are is because they're jealous of boys. They're jealous of boys having penises, and girls don't have penises, so they act in ways which contradict this urge that they have, and all that stuff. So it's a little contested, but the unconsciousness, basically like all the stuff you absorb that are a level below the subconscious that you will never you will never see the light of, because it's so deep inside you, and then it throws itself at you sometimes through dreams or through random thoughts. But again, all contested. But yeah, the brain's a mystery, man. There's so many theorists or theories in psychology which give explanations for why it does the thing that it does, but
Mm-hmm.
because it's the brain. We're using our own brains to try to figure out what other brains do. So that in itself is very fucking difficult to do.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and yeah, but and at the end of the day, fuck brains, pieces of shit.
I mean,
And the thing that's unique about our brains too is that we are aware of our own death, and we're aware of our own um, feelings to an extent too. So that adds a new element that doesn't add with other animals too.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I hear like pigs are pretty intelligent. Do you think they have that same function that they can perceive death or end of life like we do?
I don't. I wouldn't know for sure, but I would guess not. I think humans are unique in the aspect that we are very cooperative animals. We
Mm-hmm.
share information and and how to do things with other humans, and then so we pass on the knowledge. Like if we lived in California together as a community, but we didn't have all these books about from school and stuff telling us about history and all the stuff that's out there in the world. We would not know nearly as much as we could because um, all the stuff we know is like the collective of of so many people that have just existed before us working together, even after death, to come up with information to pass on. And because of that, it's the big reason why we know that we die is because we from history, we learned that all these people that existed, but they die, and that one day you will too. And so I think humans are more unique in that aspect than pigs or other intelligent animals. Even animals more intelligent than us.
Which animals are more intelligent than humans?
I don't know specifically. I've heard that dolphins can be cheeky bastards, but
yeah, I heard that. I also heard there could be horny bastards too.
yeah, they're also one of the few animals that gang rape other dolphins, or amongst its species. So they will a bunch of dolphins will gang rape a female dolphin because they just want to fuck for fun. And humans also do that. Not all the time, of course, but we do.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Dolphins here are cheeky bastards. I'm sure there are other animals that are smarter than us I'm not thinking of, but with us, we have a unique ability to share our knowledge and all that. So, yeah.
I mean, it's like that classical thing of just like why humans are more advanced than like other animals is that our brains are wired differently and that we're able to perceive these things. But also like the whole opposable thumbs thing.
Yeah, we can build tools and shit, and
yeah. The whole classic idea about why humans are able to like evolve beyond like other animals. It sounds kind of. I mean, it's true, but also it's like sounds kind of fucked up. I don't know. Maybe it's my more liberal side coming out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm always curious about like maybe one day if you get other animals to also attain like higher intelligence, just like through experimentation and science, like
one day I'm gonna fund my own research group, and then they're gonna try to give dolphins legs and see how that works. Legs and opposable thumbs, and to see if they can do the same stuff as us or better. Who knows?
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that this would scare me as a little kid. It was that one Halloween Simpsons special, and that dolphins started to walk on land and attain higher intelligence, or that they always had that, and then they just like took over an entire human population, and they would just like murder people by like stabbing them with their like not their noses and all that, just like murder people.
You guys think you guys can take on a dolphin in a fight, like barehanded?
Well, it depends if I'm on land or not.
Let's say you're on water, but then you can move around in it. You're not swimming. You're just standing in the water. You guys think you guys can take on a dolphin?
Jesus or something?
No, like the water's only like 3 feet deep on your end, but then on the dolphins end, they got space.
3 feet.
Maybe 3 feet, maybe 2 feet. It's arbitrary, But you guys think you guys can fuck up a dolphin?
I don't know.
I think the dolphin will probably win just because like it's gonna be slippery, and then the moment you just like trip over, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
What if you trip over and reverse it to an ankle lock? Like what can the dolphin do? Like they can't do anything. They don't even have ankles. They can just wiggle around, I guess.
How 3 feet? It's probably like up. It's like above your knees, I think, wouldn't it? It's like half the way to. I'm about like 5'8", so that's like more than half my body then. Oh yeah, no, this dolphin's probably gonna win because I can't run that fast. Yeah, the dolphin's gonna win. I feel because they have the movement, and it feels like water's like above my, like more than half my body. I can't move that fast. Like I already have a hard enough time like running.
All right, the average dolphin length is between 7 to almost 9 feet.
Yeah, no, okay, dolphin's gonna fucking win. Don't dolphins like scare off sharks?
They can wear anywhere between 90 pounds. I can take that one on for sure. And 11 tons. Okay.
11 tons? Bro. You're fucked.
1,400 pounds is more average. 1,400? I don't know, man. They have a poor sense of smell.
With the four of us versus a 400-pound dolphin. A
But
dolphin.
Jedediah says, but dolphins are generally kind animals. That's a lie. Did I not say the gang raping thing? Like they rape the other dolphins. That's not kind. That's just them trying to have fun. Filthy ass creatures. I think the four of us can take on a dolphin.
Yeah, I think
There's-
if it's 4 of us, then yes. But if it's
Maybe.
like a 1v1 for each of us, no.
Like,
Unless it's like
I
a
if we had
gauntlet, you
tools,
know, like
if we had-
one of us at a time. I think that might like. So we'll send in Paul to wear him down a little bit because he will have his Marine Corps training done.
Okay, I'm dying first apparently.
And then we'll send Dean, and then me, and then Kenny will finish it off because we need Kenny to live for his fans.
Kenny, we need
Yeah,
Kenny to
just-
live what for his hands? What do you mean
For his fans.
Oh,
Fans.
Fans.
Okay.
Fans.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
all right.
Paul's busy fighting a dolphin. I'll get myself drunk and then tag in.
Gonna do his drunken fist box.
you know what? You know what? You know what? Give me some of that alcohol too. All right, since I'm gonna be dying anyways.
All right, how about this? 4v4 tag team. Us four against
For dolphins.
four
Dolphins?
dolphins. Yeah.
Dude, I already have a hard enough time
All right.
like conceptualizing fighting one dolphin.
All right,
All right,
who,
so they may be bigger, but we have human brains. We can think a lot with each other using words and shit. We can do moves they can't see coming. You know,
Yeah, they also communicate with each other too.
we can catch up on MMA, on WWE, on Dragon Ball Z, all that stuff. You just need to copy those moves and use it in the fight.
How many shows and wrestling shows do you have you seen of people fighting dolphins?
I mean, Steve Irwin wrestled a crocodile or some shit, right? So or alligator. I think we can do the same with a dolphin.
And he lost to a stingray, man.
But did he lose to the alligator? No.
You know what? I actually never watched any of like Steve Irwin stuff. I just knew of him. And
I just know he wrestled alligators. But us versus dolphins, I think we have a chance.
Question is who's gonna if that 11-ton dolphin is there for the gauntlet, who's gonna take that one on?
11.
Alright,
I'll be the first one.
we
I'll be the
sacrifice-
first one.
We sacrifice one person to drag it out to land, and then we beat it up after.
Me, I'll be the one to drag it out. I want
All
blood
right.
with that 11-ton
See,
dolphin.
dolphins they can't communicate like this. We have the advantage. They don't know that we're trying to bait them out. They just know, oh, human on land. They'll just jump out of the water and go on land, and they'll be like, oh shit, my only weakness, land. And then we gang up on the dolphin and kick its ass and be like, hey, this is how it feels like, bitch, and just use
Okay,
our
so
best moves.
I'm looking up like dolphins. They're like I wouldn't say like 11 tons unless you're counting like the killer whale, which is technically a dolphin.
Shit, bring
So
me
that's
a whale
probably
also.
that's probably where because I can see like I'm looking at weights right now. Killer whale is about 12,000 pounds, but other dolphins that you generally think of, I seem like 280 pounds, 110, 420, nice. 620, 850 pounds, like the Rissa's dolphin. What the fuck is this thing? Dude, what the fuck? That's kind of creepy looking. It's like cute, but kind of creepy. Dude, sea animals are so fucking weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I like the ocean, but at the same time, the ocean's fucking weird. That's some
I mean,
weird looking
don't we know
animals.
more about outer space than we do about the ocean, right? So they
That's
can have a
right.
whole bunch of shit.
That's what I hear. And that we'll probably like find aliens. I mean, speaking of aliens, there's probably like aliens like down beneath the ocean somewhere. Like you ever seen that one video of like this giant tentacle monster thing down in the deep that's like super skinny legs, but it's probably like more than 100 feet tall.
Oh yeah. I saw
It looks
that.
like, yeah, it's like. When I first saw the video, it kind of freaked me out because I thought it was like moving, but then I realized it's just like, oh, it's just a camera being shaky. But yeah, it's wild down there. It's like I don't know how the fuck did they withstand all that pressure. It's like so weird down there.
Yeah, you said evolution.
Evolution. I see stuff like that, and it just confirms my thought. Like, ain't no god would create this. This is fucked.
I mean, so evolution's a funny thing because I was reading this thing about how weird it is for some ways for animals to produce. So I learned about the scorpion. So apparently, how the scorpion reproduces is that the female is bigger than the male, and then so what happens is that the male pretty much jizzes on the floor, and then he tries to get the female scorpion to rub her genitals on the cum on the floor. But then the female scorpion is trying to kill the male while this all happens. And I'm just like,
Death by
how,
snoo snoo.
how does this why does this work? Because because the reason why it works is because it works just well enough for it to keep the scorpion population going. But then it doesn't improve on the fact that the male literally has to not die and get the female to rub her genitals on the floor for it to happen. It's fucking. It's wild, dude. And then there's the whole praying mantis thing where the female is trying to eat the head of the male as the male is trying to. Yeah. Nature's scary, man.
Nature's scary. I mean, I hear like humans are like one of the few animals on Earth that actually have sex for pleasure.
And dolphins, pieces of shit.
And dolphins, and I think bonobos or something. But I think for most animals, sexual intercourse is actually like pretty painful, if not deadly. And
yeah, like with the cat, I think isn't the cat penis like fucking like barbed?
It's like a barbed wire thing. Have you ever searched up?
Yeah.
If you ever go on Google, you search up a picture of a cat penis. It's like
I haven't, but
No.
but that's what I've heard. I'm sure it's terrible.
It's either swirly or it has like a lot of. It's like a fleshy spike.
Does it
thing.
look like
Apparently it's to penetrate the like the egg.
So so it's literally like stabbing the egg
Yeah.
in the female cat.
Wait, how deep is this barbed penis going?
All right, let me. Fuck, I'll take one for a team. Cat penis. Barbed wire. Cat penis.
I wonder if it looks like a regular penis, but with the barbed wire wrapped around it. Or
Okay,
if
it's from what Google. What the fuck? Oh, that's a cat tongue. Oh, what the fuck? Cat tongues. That looks scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so cat penis. It's not the wild thing I was thinking of or what I thought. Maybe it's like duck penis. Duck penises I was thinking of. All right, so it kind of looks like like the toes of a chicken, kind of like the one big toe.
chicken feet.
Yeah, chicken feet.
Okay.
It kind of looks like that. It's like kind of sharpish. It looks kind of small. But it doesn't look that bad. I think there's probably like some barbs. It looks like barbs on it. What was I thinking of before? Wasn't it like duck penises?
I have no
Probably.
clue.
Duck penises look weird too.
I'm glad that whenever if I were to have sex, I won't have to worry about the female biting my head off or like ripping my dick off or murdering me in some way. I think we got lucky in that dice roll.
I mean, we also got lucky in the fact that sex also feels good. Because
True.
what it looks like, sex looks pretty painful for like other animals.
Yeah, imagine you're just a female cat chilling, and then this thing with barbed wire around its dick just fucking goes on you.
Penetrates you.
Yeah.
It's very rapey.
No wonder they fucking like shriek every time they bang, because whenever you hear two cats banging, it's never like yeah, and so like it's like someone's fucking getting slaughtered. Like holy shit.
Yep. Yeah, it's this further cements my belief in God, this is fucked.
Jedediah says, it's that part of the podcast where sex and not safe for work stuff is discussed. Lol. Hey, we're discussing nature, not
Yeah.
not safe for work stuff. Okay.
And the fact that we're talking about pleasure is only related to the fact that like humans is one of the few mammals or animals on Earth that do have sex for pleasure. It's scientific. All right.
Yeah.
It's not like the degenerate stuff we usually talk about. Okay.
How dare you
Yeah.
assume that we're degenerates?
All right. This is scientific. It's educational.
Yeah, educational.
The more you know.
Okay. I'm reading some other comments. Says, you should. I think it's relating to the Trump supporter comment. You should get one of them to debate you guys in the future. That'd be fun. LOL. You know, that would. But then at the same time, the difference between you, Joram, and a Trump supporter is that the Trump supporter can literally say anything and 100% think it's true. Like they can just make things up, but then it's real to them. You know. Let's see.
And size. I've already debated Trump supporters in the past, and one of them lives in the same house with me, so it's not as fun.
Kenny said to them, "When's your next appearance?" To Joram, and then Joram says, "My next appearance? Haha, I'm not so sure. Hey, we can work something out sometime. Hopefully, it's not through a debate because I'm sure having two of your appearances be via debate, probably not the most fun thing to do all the time."
No, I think once everything I say as that hasn't already happened. Like once we start hanging out and just like going out places and have like a more fun and varied lifestyle again, we'll probably have like more stories and probably just stuff to bring up when we have guests on as well.
Yeah, I mean, we did an RTC episode already, and I think it'd be weird to bring that up again because we covered a lot of it last time around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is the biggest thing we all have in common, for sure. Because that's how we met. And speaking of which, it's almost to the point of 10 years since me and you guys all met. Because I'm quite a bit younger than you guys. We didn't come up in the same year or anything, so it's almost a decade since then, which is fucking wild, dude.
Wow, we're getting old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Time's flying.
Yeah.
10 years, and then we're almost at the 1 year mark for when we started the podcast too.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about that.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Do you guys know if our high school does like school reunions and all that? Or like 10-year reunions?
I'm pretty sure it's more of one person. If it like the student body people, if they're all like still hanging out together, they probably like they organize that stuff.
I was always curious about that, like stuff
because you always see that like in TV shows, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the case for our school, because our school is compared to what we see on TV, it's quite different in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if it were to pop up for hours, I'd be like, I'd be down to go just to see what everyone else has been up in the world.
Yeah, I'm down for that too. The only problem with that is that I think our school just doesn't do them mostly because of where we live. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who were in high school with us probably hated it, so they wouldn't want to go back. But I'd be curious to see how people are doing.
I mean, it's probably more likely to happen if you're like live in a small town, maybe.
Yeah,
or maybe not because it's small towns.
Yeah, that's
and
also
that people already see each other every day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the people that goes to our school are either like in different states now. They probably made that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see. I wonder what some people would be up to. But for your guys' class reunion would be different from mine because I'm on the same class. So
of course, yeah.
I'd be missing out on that. And my other high school friends are younger than me, so it's not like I can go to theirs either. So which is so I'm in a weird spot, man. But yeah. Anyway, he also says my money's on the Dolphins. Fuck you, dude. What the hell? You don't
Does not believe in us.
Doesn't the Navy train Dolphins? I'm assuming not. I mean, maybe some.
Wasn't there like this weird like U.S. secret experiment to like train dolphins to like either be to like work with like Navy SEALs and all that, or just like use dolphins to like back in like the Cold War to like bomb Soviet ships and submarines and all that. Like the U.S. has done like some weird experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some fucked up ones, but I think there's definitely one involving like dolphins and LSD or something like that.
He says it depends on who the class officers were, because I was subbing at our high school. The class officers of Net 88 had their reunion. Oh, okay. That would have been what, 30 years? Oh, okay, yeah. That doesn't seem to happen too often then. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I searched it up on the just like searched it up like our high school names and then class reunion and all that. It doesn't seem to happen all that often. It's probably like if you wanted it to happen, you have to like set it up, And I don't know how much people would do that unless they're like
They're really into the
super.
And that's a lot of
Really
people you would
disrespectful.
have to invite too. Like,
Yeah,
'cause how many people are in each class? Like 500, some shit. I don't know.
I don't know the number.
It's a couple hundred for sure. It's a lot of fucking people to fucking have to keep
Mhm.
track of and invite and all that. Like, find out
Yeah.
where they live now and yeah,
Yeah, indeed. Yeah,
yeah,
so probably not. It's just something like I wonder about every now and then.
yeah.
But likely, realistically, probably not.
Probably not. But
Yeah.
with social media, so you can keep up with some people at least.
Yeah, indeed.
Like whenever I find like a classmate or a class or someone that was younger than me, like a year or two, they post about like, oh, I'm married now, or oh, I'm engaged now, or oh, I have kids now. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? We're getting so old.
Nothing is more depressing than finding like someone who's like a younger classmate or just younger than you in general, already winning better at life than you are at an older age. It feels like depressing and sad. Like, ugh.
It
But
just blows
then
my mind when I see them having kids. I'm like, damn, you were a kid when I was a kid. What are you doing with a kid?
I still feel like a kid.
Well, I can't relate to that, um, but yeah, it wild to me. Like one of my childhood friends had a kid, and I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? When did this happen? And then, but he has a kid now. Just
Yeah.
crazy to think of sometimes, and it makes me forget that I'm 23,
Yeah, to think
turning
about it.
24,
I
and
was
yeah,
about to guess 23, but I probably would have gotten that wrong.
yeah, like uh, I forgot that you guys are like 25, 26.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm 26, yeah.
Time's just passing so quick. Our Japan trip was 2 years ago, and it's been 2 years, but at the same time, it has not felt like 2 years at all.
I still think that 2020 doesn't count. I want a mulligan. If I die at if I'm supposed to die at age like 99, then I want to get like that year extended to like 100 because we were robbed that
We, we,
year.
should, we should have been we should be refunded a year.
We got refunded a year.
Like I should be aged back.
God, if you do exist, I want a refund.
I guess not.
Yep.
It's fine. I'm gonna be live to at least 130 anyways.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my plan. I ain't dying anytime soon.
I'm just trying to get to age 25, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm doing small goals right now.
Small goals, baby steps.
Yeah,
Not too ambitious, eh?
yeah. I don't want to aim for 30. I think that's a little like that's asking for a little bit too much right now. Maybe once I'm like 28, I'll try to get 30.
All right, lads. It's 7:43.
Yeah, we're an hour and 13 in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, you can catch episodes 1 through 43 already up on YouTube with episode 44 already are going to be on its way shortly after this ends.
Wow.
Link to our YouTubes in the description below. And if you're watching us on YouTube and want to watch us live, catch us on twitch.tv/the_Nincompoops on Wednesdays, 6:30 PDT every week. And then whenever daylight savings, it's PST. But yeah, that's pretty much where you'll catch us every week. And for those of you chatting in the comments, Joram and Kenny, thank you for talking. Kenny, thank you for being on the show and commenting.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
adds a lot more. It's like we're having a conversation with you too, even though you're not in the call.
Mhm.
And yeah, if you just comment more, that's always fun. And as always, I hope you guys had a wonderful day. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Peace.
Later.
Bye.
Late.